Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. Hello, I'm Kelly Mantle. And this is the Kelly Mantle Show. Won't you come inside the Kelly Mantle Studio? Is your tag still on your shirt?
No.
Your tag is still on your shirt, John Mark. Oh my God, and look, it's Quince. Ladies and gentlemen, John Mark is wearing Quince.com. Stand up and model for them.
I'm not doing
Come
that.
on, stand
I
up
am
and
not
model.
standing up.
That's what they want, don't you, babies? Hit the like button if you want John Mark to stand up and start spinning. Come on, baby. Stand up and start spinning in your Quince.
I do not.
Come on, you kept the tag on. You might as well model it. John Mark's a model. He was a model over in Bangladesh. Oh, come on. Stand up and spin for the camera. Stand up and spin for the camera. That's what the people want. The people want to see you stand up and model, don't you? Yes. Now, I have to tell you, I am not big on trends, but I am big on clothes that look and feel good and last. And that's why I keep going back to Quince.com. That's right, at Quince you can find all of your summer essentials. Give them a little hit, baby. There you go. Look at that. Very natural. They have organic silk cotton polos or European linen beach shorts or pants that will fit for any occasion. Keep spinning. Give them jazz hands, baby. Stick to the staples that last with elevated essentials from Quince. Go to quince.com/Mantle for shipping on your order and 365 days returns. Give them shimmy, shimmy, shake, shake. That's quince.com, QUINCE.com/Mantle. Keep spinning to get free shipping and 365 days returns. Quince.com/Mantle. Now strike a pose. From the other way. Quince.com/Mantle. Do you know I never know where I am, but I always end up where I'm supposed to be? Isn't that devastating? The other day I went thrifting with my good Judy Carol King, and I was fondling my fingers through a jar of buttons. I love buttons. A button can have many meanings. It can be the button on your blazer that popped off and you thought you lost at sea, but you find one just like it at a flea market in Nantucket. And the price is marked up, but you say, oh well, fuck it. You only live once, don't be cheap. A button can be the button at an end of a sentence or an afterthought, if you will, let it be. And of course it can be the buttons that we push, to start, to stop, to walk, don't walk, to talk, don't talk, to request service on aisle 33 to retrieve a bottle of vitamin E that's on display for the whole world to see behind a locked glass case with a master key. CVS is now like going to the Natural Museum of History. And then, of course, there's the man with his finger on the button that should push everyone's buttons. And then Carol came up to me with a book of oddities and belly buttons, and I vomited. Welcome to the Kelly Mantle Show. Won't you come inside the Kelly Mantle Studio? Passengers, prepare for departure. We're about to leave the ground. So fasten your seatbelt because this plane always goes down. We'll be dimming the cabin lights to enhance the beauty of our guests. And if you need a flotation device, you can use her very large breasts. She usually brings turbulence, today's guest, kind of like the videos you see on TikTok from Spirit and Southwest. But don't worry, we have complimentary beverages and burger fingers for you to test. They're beefy and meaty and greasy, kind of like today's guest. Mama, kudos for joining us. Now let's get to spilling. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the thrilling and insane Plain Jane. Woo!
Wow, sister.
sister.
That was incredible. I've never been introduced like that in my entire life.
You only deserve the best.
Well, thank
Honey,
you.
I am so glad to be on this flight, finally.
Girl, and I'm honored to have you.
You are everything.
Thank you so
you
much.
came in and you turned the Drag Race establishment upside down and inside out.
Well, listen, apparently it doesn't take much these days. I mean,
that took a lot, actually, and you're very good at it.
Thank you.
Well, thank Goddess you came along and shook the shit up a little bit. Yes. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, well, you are the goddess.
Oh, stop it.
You are incredible.
Quit it some more.
I'm just I'm so honored to be in your presence, Kelly Mantle. I don't want to say legendary because, I think that would imply to some age.
Yes.
And I would never insult you in that way.
Age is ageless. Time is timeless.
You're a timeless icon.
Did you see the interview with Mariah Carey recently? And she's like, I don't believe in time. I'm like, she's literally me. Like, I've said those exact words.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? She doesn't believe in time, but she believes in rosemary.
There you go. And she likes to smoke weed.
She does?
Uh-huh. I found that out from one of her dancers.
Oh, which one? What's his name? Because I ran into one of her dancers too recently in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he kind of like asked me out, but then I never like followed through with him.
No, is he
But
hot?
I still like sneak look on his stories. Yeah, he's super cute. Oh my gosh.
So you totally have like hidden accounts, don't you, that you probably use?
I have, well, it's not like a she devil at night kind of Trinity the Tuck situation,
no,
honey.
Let's hope not.
But I have a little like Finsta. It's partially inactive, but I do snoop around a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I spy on my exes. Just kidding, I don't have exes.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Not even the married man that you were with?
Just that one. Wait, we don't consider him an ex, honey. It's just I was his ex side piece, I guess.
You were just his ex side piece.
Yeah.
What did you say about this? You said that. What was the thing about this? Let me find
Kelly,
this.
he broke my heart.
Honey, listen. Did he break your heart?
He did. Do we really have to?
No, he did not.
He did.
Are you serious?
Yes, he did.
Now you found out that he had a listen to this. Listen to this. It says 2-year relationship with a married man. You would pretend that you were giving birth to his baby when you would squirt his cum out of your pink prolapsed hydroquinone bleached pussy.
Hydroquinone and wood.
And then he went back to Saudi Arabia. Now.
See, I did all that for him, and he just fucking flew.
That is commitment. Are you still in touch with him at all? Or do you scope him out on the socials? From your fake
I'm not
accounts?
like in touch with him, but he DMs me or like snaps me sometimes, like here and there. And
Did he
he's
see
like,
you
I
on
miss
Drag
you.
Race?
I don't know if he saw me on Drag Race, but he knows that I got on.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't know if he like watched my season. Like we don't keep in touch like that. But it'll be like the occasional like I miss you so much.
Oh.
And I'm just like, okay, like whatever.
Delete.
Yeah, literally.
So the transvestigation unit at the Kelly Mantle Show wants to know.
Am I pickled?
Not only pickled, but do you also like a little bacon on your burger fingers?
A little bacon on my burger
Come
fingers.
on, let's do a mashup,
Is this
baby.
a callback to your first runway on season 6?
My only runway on season 6.
Oh, that's right. Well, I guess that's right, isn't it?
My first runway and my only
Your
runway.
first and only one. Well, it was sickening. If that's the bacon we're talking about, I always have time for it.
Yes.
And I'm not gonna lie, it looked, as far as I remember, it looked a little uncooked.
Girl, it was very uncooked. Are you kidding? I have never cooked before. If that tells you anything. Yes,
it wasn't cooked.
Exactly.
But you did eat.
I ate, but it wasn't cooked.
It was not cooked.
You know. So, you are so young, and even though we are sisters, I think of you, you have like an auntie vibe. You kind of give like an auntie vibe.
Well, it doesn't feel like I'm that young, to be honest. Maybe it's the like consistent drag for the past 7 years of my life, but it's really like wearing and tearing not just like the external, not just the physical, but like the internal.
Really?
Yeah, my hole has been ravaged by the fans.
So how has the experience been for you since you got off the show? Was it what you expected it to be before you got on? Or is it better than?
How can you possibly expect anything
Yeah,
after
you
the
have
show?
no idea.
It's such a... it's no, you can't expect it. And honestly, I kind of had tunnel vision. I feel like a lot of girls like experience the same thing. A lot of newer girls, especially, where we started drag because of Drag Race.
Right.
Like I was not exposed to drag before Drag Race at all. That's how we got the exposure to drag so young too, is because we see it on the internet, we saw it on TV. So I'm definitely part of that camp of girls. I'm a Jew, camp, you know. No pun intended there. So I kind of had tunnel vision, and I thought that Drag Race was like the end all be all, and I didn't really. Maybe my frontal lobe wasn't even developed yet. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean.
I couldn't see life beyond it. I was just so focused in on this goal of getting on Drag Race, and then once you're filming it, it's like a fever dream.
Yeah.
Like you feel like you've just been like plucked out of reality, and like
that's what I mean, because for me, you know, it's weird to think about girls who've never been on television before, because before Drag Race I had done a lot of television, and so it was just another but I try to put myself into the mindset of what someone must be. You're literally just plucked out of, you know, your bar and stuff, and you're thrown on like national television. That must be like, oh my gosh. Yeah,
being on set was like such a mind fuck. Like it was so crazy. I'd never experienced anything like that, but I came to really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, you had a good time.
I came to really enjoy it.
You had a good time, honey. Because it's like you said, you focused on getting your drag package 100%.
Yes.
And then you showed up and you were like, I haven't even thought about who to be or how to be. I'm just going to be myself.
Totally. Yeah. And you know what? I feel as though the sort of exaggerated version of myself that I put on, that like bitch character, was almost like a coping mechanism. Like it was almost like a coping mechanism to say like my most, you know, insane fucking like inner thoughts, and just like speak them.
No, totally. Because you hadn't given it any thought.
No.
And that's what's so great about it. That's why you were so unfiltered, because you were like, I've been so focused on the package that I haven't even thought, like,
100%,
I love that. Yeah,
yes. And
I love that.
That's why it kind of, I'm kind of like, to those people who are like, oh, she's so like self-produced and she's so calculated.
No,
because
I didn't get that at all.
No, yeah, like no, I didn't know that I was going to be this character when I did it.
It all just came off the cuff. And now, do you love being known as kind of the villain?
Yes,
I
do.
That's what I told Sapphira. I said it's kind of her brand now, and it just works.
Exactly.
It's like so good.
I've fully embraced the villain, you know, entitled fucking bitch role. I'm rude to all my fucking fans, and they love it. That's the perk of being a villain, because they don't just expect it from you; they want it from you.
Exactly.
They want you to read them and be horrible to them. So it's just,
and there's only a handful of you all that are like really good at it, you know.
Yeah,
and it's like
totally.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I'm that good at it.
You're good at it. All right, let's pull up quince.com here on the monitor and check out all. Oh, I would slip into that.
Which one?
Mr. Buzzcut and the Driftwood, honey.
Oh, you're talking about the models.
Oh, wait, are we supposed to be looking at the clothes? I'm sorry, Quince. I love your clothes.
Kelly.
Well, see, this is why I keep coming back to quince.com, honey. Oh, look at that one.
This is cute. And I actually would wear that.
Now, who would wear pea green, though?
Pea green? I mean, he's got kind of like a reddish tone in his hair.
I guess you're right. Pea green is good on a ginger. Yes.
Like an Englishman.
See, this is why quince.com is so smart, because they were thinking about their ginger clients.
If you have an Englishman
nest of goodness
like the blue
up there.
Stuff. Look at this gorgeous blue color.
Oh, yeah. You like him? He looks like he'd be in a defense attorney. We're getting that for you. Come on. Labor Day's coming up. Let me treat you.
To a model?
Labor Day's coming up. Let me treat you.
You're going to buy me one of these men?
Yeah. No. One of the outfits.
Outfit. Wait, people get gifts for Labor Day?
Honey, when you shop at quince.com, you sure as hell do, because quince.com has fashions and essentials for every day of the year and every season and every holiday. That is beautiful. I love that color. And he's got that nose that you know he's probably from South Carolina.
That Piggly Wiggly.
Yes, the little Piggly Wiggly nose. It really is. Honey, you got to go check out all these colors. And look at these swim trunk ads.
We found...
They like the hairy models, honey. They like to keep it organic up here at Quince. That's why they are
it's
tailoring
definitely
to
a choice.
I like that.
I like the fit of the short, because it's not too long, but it's not too short. Oh, I found the underwear page.
Oh. Now, I don't have much of a need for underwear, but I certainly can remove them.
He looks upset.
See, I know about fashion.
Wait, what is Labor Day? Is the celebration of what?
Labor Day is the celebration of giving labor, like I gave birth to you. Everyone thinks that Tammy Brown is your mother, but I, in fact, accidentally got pregnant. And you are an illegitimate child. And you know what's even better? Quince only works with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices.
Is that something you care about?
Honey, that is something I care deeply
about. A safe and
about.
ethical workplace is something she cares about.
Yes, I sure do. Don't you feel safe here? God damn it. You still have that tag on your Quince. Is that a Quince shirt?
This is a Quince shirt.
Prove it. Boom! There you go. You want to be like John Mark? Go to quince.com. Go to the website and look at all these hot boys on there. You're welcome. That's QUINCE.com/mantle to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/mantle. You're welcome. Is it true that when you were younger, because you say that all of your Barbies were replaced by fire trucks? And that's why you became a lesbian?
Well, that's not why I became a lesbian. I became a lesbian because I ate pussy for the first time and it was delicious.
Yes.
But do you know what? The fire truck incident, it was a little bit of an exaggeration. I'm not going to lie.
No,
it was a little bit of a production planted story. Is it true that my parents are, have pretty sort of more traditional conservative Russian values ingrained in them from where they're from? Yes, it is true. However, is it true that my Barbies were snatched away from me and replaced with fire trucks? I'm not quite sure if that was actually an accurate story, but I was strongly encouraged to play with more, boy toys.
And you know what I found out? I found out when my teachers would tell me, because my parents were super cool with me, but when my teachers would tell me, you can't play with Barbies, you have to play with G.I. Joe and the trucks. Mm-hmm. I would say, well, I need a Barbie. And they'd be like, why? And I'm like, G.I. Joe needs a girlfriend. Oh. And they'd be like, oh, very good point. And they'd give me the Barbie. Wow.
You were so smart.
I was snobbling, honey. Snobbling at the kindergarten age.
Oh, my goodness.
I love your dad. Can I just pull this up real quick?
I'm scared.
These are hilarious. And I want to read... No, actually, I want you to read them in his voice. Your dad's text messages to you are absolutely hilarious. Because if I do it, I'll get canceled for appropriation.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. This is hilarious. What does he say to you?
So, oh my God, this is a screenshot. So he says, I saw your dance with Baba Yaga face. Not my thing. I don't think the outfit correlates very well with face. There was disbalance. I also think you need to take some choreography lessons or help with choreographic performance. It might get you to a next level. I really liked guest dancer Sasha something at the finale. So talking about Sasha Colby, of course. Sasha something. Really liked her. Really liked her. Tens across the board for Sasha Colby from my dad. Not an easy feat. I'll tell you. No. I'll tell you that. Wind was on Good Morning America. Nymphia Wind. Safira was on Philadelphia Morning Show. Will you be on Boston one? Smiley face.
What are you doing with your life? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. Now we see where all the bluntness comes from. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
And that is beautiful to see your dad come around like that and just get into this experience.
For sure. In his own special way.
Yes.
Of course.
I love that.
My parents, I feel like they became more on board after Drag Race. I feel like Drag Race really helped with that because, it is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a huge platform.
It is.
And my parents started getting, harassed and accosted by my fans, in their workplace. My mom was like, my gay and queer coworkers are coming up to me and being like, oh my God, you're Plain Jane's mom. My dad,
I love it.
My dad and my stepmom, they go to these like art shows because they sell my stepmom's art. And there are like gays that come up to them during these art shows, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, you must be Plain Jane's dad because my stepmom sells Lazy Susans. She decorates Lazy Susans
Lazy Susan.
and sells them." So of course, my makeover on the show, I named her Lazy Susan.
Yes.
So that was even like a big selling point for my dad once at one of these shows that he was like, "Look at my son's makeovers, Lazy Susan, and we're selling them."
Yes,
So
honey.
it's good to hear from you too that your parents had always been very lovely to you, because I think that's so awesome to hear. I don't know.
As every parent should be for their child, and the reason is because it gives you the freedom and the security to know that you're going to be okay if you just be yourself. That's all they're doing for you, and that's all we're asking for. You know, it's as simple as that.
100%.
Like, my parents didn't understand it at all. I mean, they grew up in Oklahoma, my dad was a little bit more worldly because Mickey Mantle was his older brother, so he'd been around the world and a little bit, but it was still all new to them. And they were like, "We have no idea what's happening, but sure, go for it." You know, just be yourself.
How did your dad feel about his brother being Mickey Mantle? Did he have a little bit of like an envy, like a sibling envy?
Not at all, because I think, Mickey was the oldest, and then Dad, I was told not to call him Daddy by Katya. Dad was the youngest. There's like 10 years difference. And my grandpa, their dad, died when my dad was like 5 years old or something. Okay. So Mickey was more like a father figure to my dad.
Oh, I see.
So there was never anything like that. I mean, my dad's an athlete as well and a coach and stuff, but no, he idolized Mickey. He was like, yeah, he was in awe of him.
That's lovely. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
It's super cool. So now you say that you started drag in 2018, but when I saw the ballroom dancing video.
Why would you do this? Why would you go back?
Number 254. Honey, I think that's when you started drag.
Oh.
Were you always wanting to say, like, I want to dance the girl parts?
I mean, at that point in my childhood, I feel like I didn't know what I wanted. Yeah. I feel like it definitely was a feeling deep in my soul that I did want to, in fact, dance the girl parts, but I was too afraid to admit it.
You were so good, though. It was really good.
Thank you so much. You know what? My dance teachers, my strict Russian ballroom dance teachers, always told me that I had a talent for it.
Honey, you have the theatrics.
And, I told this story on Drag Race, but I quit ballroom dancing because somebody at school, in high school, said, "Oh, that's gay. That's so gay of you."
Fuck that shit.
And I quit.
Would you ever go back to your high school reunion?
I don't know
if
I
think you
want to
should
go back
now.
to my high school reunion.
I think you should.
Hate those motherfuckers.
You should take a whole camera crew and just make a big spectacle of it.
Yeah, why not? Fuck it. The thing is that I'm probably doing much better than so many of those kids, because it's true what they say, like the popular kids in high school, they really peak in high school.
Actually, speaking of high school reunions, if they did a remake or a stage version of Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion, you should totally be in that. I can see it right now. I'm seeing it here with this look.
Would love to. Do you know what? You kind of give me Lisa Kudrow.
See, actually. We could do it. We could do it together.
We could do
Post-it notes.
Post-it notes.
Actually, the other thing I want to see is you and Corey doing a drag version of The Simple Life.
Oh,
Paris and Nicole.
My God.
That would be amazing.
That is such an amazing idea, Kelly. And do you know what? I've talked to Theron in the past about, like, I've pitched World of Wonder shows because I want to do more stuff. Like, I really do. I want to do more stuff in front of the camera, scripted, unscripted, whatever it is. Call me if you're a producer. But I was trying to pitch a concept like that to Theron, and he was like, you know what, we wouldn't really feel comfortable moving forward with something like this until we see you and Corey or you and Morphine or somebody you have chemistry with in like a basement in front of a green screen, just doing the simple thing, because we don't want to invest budget into that.
I know, but in front of the green screen is totally different than in person, like working at the Sonic and doing you know what I mean? Like you're not, it's not going to be the same.
I would love like a drag queens out in the wild.
You should totally do it.
I actually had this idea recently, and hopefully I'm going to be able to execute it this year. I want to grab one of my drag homegirls and I want to film like a series with them where we like, it's going to be called like liberal drag queens like try to get red pilled. And we
what's
like
that?
well, we like go to like a gun range, like we do just like really like redneck Republican activities.
I love that.
But like we kind of get to like troll Republicans.
It's literally like my everyday life.
No,
I mean,
totally.
growing up in Oklahoma, I was always finding, I was the, big tranny there at the like, rodeo and everything like that. And then, of course, my man is into all kinds of things that usually involve very rednecky.
Oh, I love that.
Maybe I always find myself being the only person in the room.
Maybe we can have like a whole episode dedicated to like you, and like you can take us and like do things that you did in your childhood. You can take us like square dancing,
honey.
And, like, all that.
I don't give a fuck. I'll go anywhere. So when was the exact moment that you realized that you were not winning? Miss Congeniality.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what do you mean? I did win. What are you talking about, Kelly? Well, honestly, as soon as I came in through the door, I it was immediately clear that I was gonna be the bitch.
Yes.
Like right away. But I will say, the moment that I thought, let me actually scale back. The moment I got scared. I got a little frightened for my future on the show, and my future as far as like the fan base goes was when that moment with Amanda happened. And I was like, do you know what? I think I'm feeding a little bit too much into what production wants me to do. And I think that I can be much more in control of my own narrative. I can still be this girl, but I don't have to only be this girl.
So you said to production, what you want is not necessarily what you're going to.
But it was a learning curve.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
It really is.
It was a learning curve because I wasn't on, and I don't want to talk shit about production.
No.
Because I don't want to make the mistake of doing that and not getting invited back, honey.
It's just a part of reality television,
Okay.
And so that, and like the whole story about, me trying to do my makeup and Vivacious telling me that she was drowned in the ocean. And I'm like, oh, mom, and that's because I'm frantically trying to get my makeup on.
I want to do that soundbite with you. But anyways,
yes.
So good. But yes, yeah. So initially I was that girl, and I was very thrilled.
Yeah.
By I was giving production a lot, and I could tell they were appreciating it.
Yeah.
And I was very excited by the idea that, oh, they love me. You know what
Absolutely.
I mean? I'm like a little production plant right now. No,
yes.
But I like could be one of the producers on the show. Like I was immediately.
No, it makes great TV.
Like
it makes great TV, and I mean that's probably why you were asked to be on House of Villains.
Yeah. Well,
so what can you tell us? Can I tell you how infatuated and obsessed I am with Tiffany New York Pollard? Oh my gosh.
Tiffany, first of all, I don't want to say too much, but I had an amazing time working with Tiffany.
I bet the two of you would
Tiffany, first of all, I'm a dirty humor kind of girl.
Yes.
And Tiffany gets down like that too. Okay.
Yes.
She is horny, honey. Okay.
She is Flavor Flav.
That's the HBIC. You put her in a house with no man and no source of dick. And honey, that's why she gives you great television, honey. She has all that pent up sexual energy, and I feel that too. So she was amazing, but she's really like a masterclass in reality television.
She really is.
She knows exactly what corners to cut.
Honey.
She keeps to herself, and whenever she needs to, she comes out and gives you the New York moment that you know is going to be on television, and then she quiets down.
Pieces out.
Exactly.
I love that.
So,
I love that.
good.
When she did the show where she was going and interviewing for all the jobs and she was trying to be an actor and she was in the audition and she walked in the waiting room and all the other actresses are in there and the girl said, break a leg. And she said, what'd you say? And she thought she was telling her to break her leg. And then on the Big Brother, when she thought the David in the house had died instead of David Bowie. I mean, she just has these legendary moments on television.
Incredible.
Oh my God, she's so good.
But yeah, Tiff was just such a pleasure to work with. She's just like an endless source of these like iconic moments. The way that her mind works and the words that just come out of her mouth, like it's truly inspiring. I really only have like a very limited as Tiffany would put it, vernacular. Like a very limited source of words that I pull from, but I'm always so impressed. Like she's literally like an SAT.
Oh.
Like
The glossary, the thesaurus, honey. Now, did you go into this with a game plan, or was it kind of like Drag Race where you just kind of like flew by the seat of your pants?
Do you know what? It was so, it's so different than Drag Race. It was so different. On Drag Race, you get judged, as you know, sometimes justly, sometimes unjustly. Sometimes you get sent home far, far, far too early when in fact you deserve to win. When in fact you deserve to win.
Hello.
And, we're seeing it now where Irene the Alien was a first out and she's coming back and slaying.
Girl,
I think it would be...
slay.
I think that it would literally, undoubtedly, unquestionably be the same thing with you.
You think so?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Well, you know what I want to do? What I want to do is they've been talking about bringing teams back to All Stars, and they would have the winner with the loser. Honey, it's a free ride for me. I got Bianca Del Rio.
Oh, absolutely.
I just get to sit there and be pretty and just let her do all the work. Mama,
Absolutely.
I would win.
Listen, you got the beauty and the fashion, and then you got the,
the fashion.
the comedy with Bianca, I guess. Yes, honey, you have the old and decrepit and the young.
Oh, there we go.
The young and put.
You heard it here with Plain Jane first, honey. Endorsed.
But yeah, so House of Villains was very, very different because we were eliminating each other.
Yeah.
So you can imagine. And I think that what fans are going to be, fans of House of Villains, what they're going to be excited about this season, last season with Candy Muse. I watched that season. I loved it. I think Candy is also so much fun.
She's so much fun.
She is not afraid to let bitches have it. She owns every room that she walks in. She is that bitch. But with this season,
her speeches on House of Villains were just...
You disgust me.
You disgust me.
You disgust me. Just the lisp is just everything. But
it really is.
But, with this season, we were a lot more conniving and backstabbing and quiet. There were a bunch of snakes in the grass. There were a bunch of quiet, subtle. There was a bunch of quiet gameplay, like really, and it really added to the nastiness of the entire experience. And I think that that's going to make it really interesting for fans because, girl, we would smile in each other's faces and then talk so much fucking shit behind their backs. I mean, it's going to be really interesting to witness. And I've never worked with straight people, like a cast of only straight people before.
Right.
I mean, we're drag queens, even like we never have to deal with that in our day-to-day lives. Even like we're always working with other drag queens in dressing rooms, other queer people. These were all straight people that hadn't even seen a single episode of Drag Race before. They had no idea who the fuck I was.
Oh shit.
So this was such a different experience, and it was scary too because I'd only been on television.
I was curious. Like, you're brand new to the game, honey.
Brand new, which is why I was so excited and honored for the experience and opportunity, but also really scared.
Yeah.
Because, but honey, it's fierce, honey.
Oh, girl, you know she went in and owned that shit, girl.
Yes, I did. I had no choice but to. And honey, I didn't.
They were like, we know who she is now.
Exactly.
We know who she is now.
And at the end of the day, I think it's a flex now. I think it's a flex that I didn't need an All-Stars. I didn't need that rite of passage to go and do more television. I just needed one mother. I made such a great impact on my original season of Drag Race that now I'm a shoo-in for being a reality television superstar.
And what did you think? What was the feeling like when the Meet the Queens came out and you got that onslaught of all the comments about Katya and stuff? Were you just like, oh shit, here we go? Because that was the beginning for you.
Honestly,
like I got the humor right away. I'm so surprised that so many people didn't clock the humor.
Here's the deal: the way that my Drag Race rollout went was a little bit like shook me like a fucking earthquake. Let me just jiggle my titties.
Yes, I want them. I want them. Who's your doctor?
I'll hit you up. He's based in Beverly Hills. But
yes.
It was really jarring to me as somebody who had obviously never been in the public eye like that before, like all this negative attention that I was getting, and the good with the bad, good and bad. Some people were automatically living and some people weren't, but in the long run, I think it was a good sort of I wasn't a gentle top. I was a powerful, dominant.
She shoved it in us hard.
I did.
And I always say laughter is laugh's lubricant. So you provided us laughter, which made it go in easier.
Exactly.
There you go.
And I went in easy, but it did go in fast. And it might have been, you might have felt that little sting at first. You know, when it's big, honey, and it goes in fast, you feel that little sting. It takes a moment to adjust.
Yeah.
But once you got used to it, honey, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
You experienced pleasure like never before.
The Transvestigation Unit at the Kelly Mantle Show wants to know, is it true that you can lick your own asshole?
Now, that may have been a stretch.
Oh, literally.
For my spine, yes. Yes. I don't know. I suspect that I probably can, but I've never...
Are you that limber?
I've never tried. Yeah, sometimes when my life depends on it, you know, and it's a life or death situation, I can be. I definitely can be. Not as limber as Nymphia. Now, let me tell you something. If you ever have the honor... well, the dishonor and the displeasure of having her on your podcast, because, you know, we all saw how she wasn't very Delta, honey.
What did you think
she wasn't
of
very
that?
Delta. No, I honestly, I loved it.
Girl.
I thought it was so funny.
I was like, I don't know if this is a bit, if it's real. It was like an Andy Kaufman moment. It was like, you don't know, like, is she really just sick and tired and like, just like, I have to lay here, I'm going to die? Or is this a bit?
It's interesting because so many people are like, we see the real Nymphia now, and we hate her.
Girl.
Now you see what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. The cold, aloof, nasty fucking Nymphia. And, you know, she fooled you all with her kooky, you know, jolly, you know, kooky little Asian personality on Drag Race. But in reality, she's a nasty fucking So,
wow.
You know what? There's a reason why all the girls on my season will testify Nymphia was the real villain of season 16.
And on that note, we're going to continue because we like games here on the Kelly Mantle Show.
Absolutely.
So we're going to play Drag Association with your own season 16 sisters.
I love that. Why not? You know, none of them are relevant anymore except for me, but... You know, let's do some charity work today. Why not?
We're going to do some charity work, and Plain Jane is going to tell us the first thing that comes to her mind whenever I yell out these names from her season.
Okay.
Amanda Tori Meeting.
Trans.
You know, Gia said the same thing about me in a video. Is that what you all say? I want to be dismissive of it.
Dismissive? What do you mean? We're affirming your tea.
Fuck y'all. Dawn.
Shit. No, Republican. Excuse me, Republican.
Wait, she is not. Is she?
I feel like she secretly is.
She's too woodsy.
You think so? Woodsy, girl. She lives in Brooklyn.
Oh,
you mean her aesthetic?
Yes.
Is it?
She lives in Brooklyn?
Yes.
I just imagined her living in like Ireland somewhere, like prancing in the hills.
No, girl, she's not. Girl, that's Beta Thunberg. You're confusing her with Beta Thunberg. No, Dawn. Yeah, I think, you know, Dawn is very publicly, you know, she likes to, you know, these girls, they will do anything to maintain their fan base.
Geneva Carr.
Work. Slay. 1 and the 2 and the 8 count drag. Yes. I haven't talked to Geneva in so long, actually, but me and Geneva always have an amazing time. And she lives in Brownsville, which is very close to this like little resort town in Texas called South Padre Island, where I met the cutest trade. So I need to visit Geneva.
What were you doing in South Padre Island?
Working my pussy,
yes, girl. You better get down there to South Padre Island and shake that puss, girl.
Yes, you know I will, honey. Yes. They need to have me again. You know the gigs. The girls aren't wrong. The girls aren't lying. You know, Selena Latina Cities was onto something. The gigs are slowing down. So South Padre Island, hit me up, girl.
Hit her up, honey.
For a lower rate. I don't care.
She'll go to Galveston at this point, honey.
I'll fly economy.
Hershey LaCour.
Auntie.
Yes.
Auntie. I feel like that is her drag. It's very auntie. It's very churchgoer. Very fierce. Very fierce. I love it. And I will say this about Hershey. She made me feel really bad once because I saw a TikTok video where she was ranting about her past life as a housekeeper. I think she used to work for like a cleaning service, if I'm not mistaken. Hershey, correct me if I'm wrong. But she said that this family was just horrible to her.
In a past life?
No. Well, in this one, as far as
I thought you said past life. Why did I hear that?
No. No, she actually, well, I guess her past life before.
Oh, before Drag Race.
Before Drag Race.
I see.
And this family was like super horrible to her, and it was like a turning point for her where she was like, you know what, I'm not fucking doing this shit anymore.
Oh, no, fuck that.
It made me feel embarrassed because I would leave. If you've seen the way I live, and you will, because you're going to watch House of Villains and you're going to be horrified.
Are you messy?
I'm very messy.
Are you?
It's hard for me to be organized. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I have like severe ADHD, and it's, I just live in organized chaos where I know where everything is.
Did you get diagnosed with that on the Drag Race Psych about?
That's actually self-diagnosed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I also have asymptomatic Tourette's.
I knew that.
Yeah. Also, it has to be self-diagnosed.
Have you seen the girl with the TV show that's all like, what does she say?
Oh my gosh. Wind it up.
Wind it up. Chicken fingers.
No, I love her. Her name is Bailyn Dupree.
Yes.
Such a
so
sick
good.
name. Such a sick name drag name.
Totally.
But anyways, yeah.
Very pageant girl.
Anyways, sorry.
Megami. That took a very strange turn. I don't even know where that went. Megami. Can I tell you about Megami before you say anything? Okay. Your performance at Protect Queer Heart, where you strip down into your unmentionables, is absolutely the queer art that we do need to protect.
Thank you so much. I agree.
And to what song?
This is me.
This is me.
That
is gay pride.
That is gay pride.
That is gay pride.
It is. She is pride. She is drag. Thank you. I love doing that. We're actually in Pride season right now, and I haven't gotten to do that number yet.
You need to do that number.
I'm going to bring it. Thank you for bringing it up because I'm actually now I'm going to bring it to Costa Rica. I'm going there for Pride.
Are you?
Excuse me, Colombia. Oh my God. Don't cancel me.
See?
Oh my goodness.
See, right there. We're getting canceled right now.
No. But thank you for that. Megami, I see you.
Yes.
I see you. That's the first word
I
that
was
came
telling
to my mind.
Saphira when she pulled out those lip syncs in the lip sync battle at the end of the season, that was pretty fierce.
Yes, it was fierce. None of us were really expecting it, and I think that's what was the fiercest part about it. She really gagged us all, gagged everybody, not just with her lip syncs, but again, with her charm and confidence.
Maya Amon LePay.
Flipping with your cousins. The queen of flips.
With her cousins.
Flipping with her cousins, girl.
She's flipping with her cousins.
Yeah, so her whole backstory as to how she started. The way that girl, I know her a bit more now, so I'm a little bit more aware of her like social anxiety. But when we were filming, I kind of wanted her gone expeditiously. Mm-hmm. I wanted her out.
Yeah, you could tell she was very uncomfortable.
I was very annoyed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Maya. We haven't spoken about this formally, but I was very annoyed at her because I was like, what is this girl's deal? Like, just go away. Right. But that isn't to say that she isn't an incredible performstress. Incredible queen.
I mean, if you've ever been in the audience down there in Miami when she's at the club performing, I mean, it just she rolls the place.
Oh my God, it's sickening.
Yeah. But no, it's true, and that that's what I'm saying. It's very interesting about reality television. You're a person who's very good at it, and there are some people like her and like myself that when a camera comes on, like in that situation where you don't have control, you just freeze up and just it can be very yeah, that's true. It's Saphira's over there singing. It's just it's always great to hear Saphira sing. It's so great singing.
No, it's I completely understand that now, but
Yeah.
for me it was a foreign concept because I put this on and I feel the most confident
Invincible, yeah.
invincible version of myself.
Yeah.
Whereas, I do have social anxiety out of drag, and I have a hard time, with public speaking out of drag as well. I think I'm a little better now, but when I put this on, it's like my superhero costume, my shield, my mask. So I was like, you really put all this, you look gorgeous and fabulous, and you put all this drag on, and you can't muster a single word out of your mouth in this moment. I was like, I just can't relate to that experience.
Yeah, no, because when you're there to compete.
Yeah,
you're there to compete, and she's like, yeah.
If you're on Drag Race and you're not there to compete, what the fuck are you doing?
Well,
there,
it's kind of
bitch?
like being on a football team. You need everyone to participate in order for it to be good. And you're like, well, why are you not?
You clearly have a lot of experience with football teams, which is why you made that analogy.
Exactly. I've taken on many football teams.
Mm-hmm.
Mirage.
Drunk. Blackened liver. Alcoholism. No.
No, I need to get her on the pod. What are we drinking, by the way? We haven't even saluted. We should have done that at the big salute.
I'm sipping away, girl.
Yes, girl. Honey.
Kate Chastain, she was on The Traitors twice, and on a show called Below Deck, I just filmed House of Villains with her. Her drink of choice is a vodka Coke.
Oh,
and that,
I've never heard of
right?
that.
A vodka Coke, but she kind of put me onto them because I'm into anything, just make it not taste like alcohol.
Yeah.
So the Coke cuts through all the vodka, and it just tastes like Coke at the end of the day.
Now, are you a wine drinker? Do you like wine?
I do like wine.
Yeah.
I do. I'm not like a connoisseur.
Right.
But I would love to get into it. I feel like something tells me that you love, like,
honey.
Oh yes.
I love my champagnes and my wines. Oh yeah, we'll go out some to a wine tasting.
I would love that.
Yes.
Wine tasting with Kelly.
You and Corey, Simple Life wine tasting. Yes. I'm there with you.
Yes.
Telling you, I'm seeing it.
I even feel like that could be like a venture for you as well.
Yes, up in Northern California.
Kelly Mantle. Like you take girls wine tasting with you.
Oh, honey, all the time.
If I would love to be a guest with
Tammy
you.
Brown and I went wine tasting up in
Really?
Northern California, yeah, and we saw a ghost.
Oh my God, it's always something with that girl. I feel like she summoned it, honestly.
Morphine, lime, Dion.
Botched.
You did not just say botched.
Botched.
She is beautiful. What do you
Pickled. Pickled.
Botched.
What do you mean? What do I mean? Look at her, honey. Look at her. Have you ever seen a human being shaped like that? I'm just saying, honey. When she describes her encounters with the trade, I gag because I'm like, who wants to fuck that? Girl. They must the trade that she gets, honey, they're into some freaky nasty fucking shit because I don't know.
So now when you hook up in the guiche, do you keep all the padding on or does it come off? I'm trying to imagine plain Jane without the padding.
So no, I take it off.
Of course.
I take it off, but Kahana, I worked with Kahana in Vegas, and she told me that before she got her sill and before she got her all her body done, she used to pad, and she used to. Oh,
is it
how
RuPaul?
fucking dare you? That's Kahana right now. She told me that her ass dropped. It's okay. It's a whole thing. She's getting it fixed. But she said that before she got everything done and she used to pad, she used to cut a hole in her tights and in her padding. And
what?
And she
for access?
For access. And she would get I had never heard that before in my life.
No.
But she cut a hole in her
He's gonna have to have a big wiener to get through all that.
No, literally. I'm like, what is first of all, wouldn't I'm so curious. I need to pick her brain more. How would the mechanics of that work?
Yes, the transvestigation unit at the Kelly Mantle Show needs to know how are you going to get that wiener through all that padding?
But yeah, I can't imagine that feeling sexy.
No.
Yeah, I need skin to skin.
Oh, honey, yes. I like it smooth. Honey. Yes, she keeps it smooth and salacious.
I honestly, I haven't hooked up in drag that many times. I would like to do it more.
Nymphia Wind.
Shit. It's just so many words just came flooding into my mind.
I thought that was the answer.
Shit. Undeserving.
Oh. My God.
Overrated.
Oh my God. You are horrible. We're going to get canceled. Plain Jane.
Sickening. Diva, woman. Mujer.
Plasma. Although
Nose.
we've kind of gone over that. What'd you say?
Nose.
No.
Nose. Big nose. Big
Honey,
nose.
she's got the Barbara.
She's got the Barbara.
Q. To be continued. Tune in next week for Plain Jane Part 2 and for more hot tea that she'll be spilling just for me and for you. And make sure you join our Patreon at patreon.com/Kelly Mantle. And be sure to get your Kelly Mantle Show merch at the link in our bio. We love you. Good night.